While skimboarding, you may find yourself spending a lot of the time falling. In fact, falling is quite the skill within itself. If you want to get better at skimboarding, it's also going to help if you can master the art of falling. I'm Frank, and in this episode of Stereotypical Beach Looking Guy, I talk about how you can get better at reacting to a fall on your skimboard. One of the biggest downfalls when it comes to many sports is the chance of injury. Having even the slightest injury in a major area of the body can result in days or weeks of not even wanting to touch the skimboard. If you're not careful, it's possible to severely hurt yourself or somebody else. Skimboards are often shaped with a very fine rail along the bottom. This edge alone will amount to most injuries you might experience, and you will quickly learn how little of a bump to the ankle or a shin can hurt. Skimboards are also accessible to flying through the air when hitting a wave with a lot of speed. With how light and dense skimboards are, they can have a very high impact on what they land on and at what angle. Running into people at the beach or letting your board hit others gives a very bad influence on the sport. You need to show that you're aware and respectful of others around you. The first thing you want to work on to avoid falling is being aware of what's going on around you. If you skim at a crowded beach, this is extremely important. Kids and adults are usually in their own little world and really don't consider the skimboarder's needs on the beach. They will run down to the water as you go run for a wave. They stand in the way or walk by just as a wave is forming. The reason you want to be aware of these things is because they are a distraction and can throw your focus off of getting your drop and timing right. You want to avoid as many situations as possible that will split your focus off of the board and wave. The more you can focus on that, the less you will fall. Also, always give yourself room between people in the water and on shore. Losing control of the board can send it flying towards people, and they will usually never see it coming, and having space can prevent this from happening. So with that being said, the next thing is keeping control of the board and your body. Maintaining proper control is a key aspect of skimboarding in general, and it decreases the frequency of how often you fall. Getting lazy once you jump on the board is a big part of having bad control. If you jump on the board and just let it slide along, you'll never really find yourself pulling into a wave. And falls can result in the board and your body doing very unpredictable things. Side slipping, pumping, bending your knees, and turning your hips all play a role in good board and body control, resulting in better rides and less falls. The last thing to mention is anticipation. Anticipation is one of the greatest skills you can have in life. It's like being able to see the future. With skimboarding, I feel like it's best to put yourself 2 to 4 seconds into the future and anticipate everything that's going to happen. Skimboarding is all about reaction. You want to be able to anticipate these reactions the best you can in order to be the most successful with pulling them off. When it comes to anticipating a fall, you want to be able to recognize the very moment something doesn't feel right. This usually happens from a lack of control that comes from a distraction during your drop, 2 of the points mentioned before. If you can anticipate a fall and react properly, you can oftentimes save yourself from getting hurt at all. These reactions can include just bailing off the board when you feel that you've messed up, rolling into the fall, keeping yourself from smacking the ground or getting scrapes, or just stalling your momentum by putting force on the back of the board. The way I like to look at it is that you want to be better at falling than riding. Essentially, this means you don't actually fall, as often or badly anyways, and being good at falling just means you know how to fall without injury and prevent falls by reacting properly. Skimboarding is a very technical sport and is based off of a lot of trial and error. Falls are going to happen, but the more you practice, the better you will get. You cannot get worse at something if you practice it. Keeping these things in mind and plenty of practice, you can get better at falling and start having more fun on your skimboard. Making mistakes is a great time to learn. So when you do fall, take a moment to think about what happened, what went wrong, and how you can stop it from happening again. So that's going to wrap this video up, guys. I thank you for tuning in, and I hope this was a helpful video. If it was, please give me a like and a subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys if you have any other questions. So have a good one. Until next time, guys, take it easy.